So the case 2, a cap with a minimum radius of 25 mm is to be designed for a knife edge follower, which means just a point contact follower with the polaroid data. To raise the follower with 35 mm during 60 degrees rotation. So you can see the data is very simple.
H over here is 35 with the input.
In the displacement diagram, this is all. At the same time, what I'll do is I'll give you the draw just like this. So if you measure it, it may not be 35 because the bird do not print it properly on a scale. So it can be 32, 28, so, but we need to take that raw pass. Because we need to take the reference only, okay? We are not very much interested in the absolute fact. So if it is 32, 35, whatever, just use this to reduce your time. Okay, so it will go up by 60 degrees and dwell for the next 40 degrees. So we are dwell, which means the radius should be stayed offset, and that it's descent during the next 90 degrees. So we have an IE level UE, and rest is well 2. So you can calculate the grassy. I have a draw the cap profile if the ascending and descending of the cam is simple harmonic motion. Ascending and descending both is simple harmonic motion. And the line of storm of the follower is offset 10 mm. This offset makes it different than the previous case we have done it. Okay. So the line of the stroke of follower and the can is 10 mm offset from the axis of the rotation of the path. That's just like a formula. So you can do the formula by yourself.
Okay, since it is a parabolic motion, we probably need this circle and draw this circle accordingly. The number of divisions.
Just use the number division is all. Okay, so what did people say? What is the minimum radius? 25 mm. 10 is the offset, which is a new information over here.
Alright, so what we need to do is we need to draw the beam radius
With the Z. And then the line of a stroke is forward, is offset 10 mm. Which means, so last time what we have, we draw the follower out here. This time the follower is like 10 millimeter away from. So what we are going to do, we are going to be another circle, and this circle is 50 millimeter radius.
We go to this 10 millimeter and we draw the knife edge forward.
This is with RC, which is 20 parted in this case. It can be different, and this one is offset. So we need to write it here X, which is offset on eccentricity of 10. Okay, previously, what we were measuring all the angles was from this straight line. This is offset case number 2. We are going to measure everything on this line. So this line bears more mean. Understand it? Very simple. Everything is according to the step by step position. Okay.
First thing is you need to join this point,
and then we are going to measure all the angles of this blue line. Okay. So how many angles we have? 60 degrees. So how much is the 60 degrees copy?
60 degrees roughly. But there, and then again 90 degrees, which is this. So this one is pi A, which is 60 degrees. This one is letter 1, which is 40 degrees. And this one is pi D, which is
Alright. Then the next thing is we need to decide how many divisions we want to have. Let's say be consistent with the solution we have. We decided to have 6 divisions. 6 divisions here, 6 divisions here. Well, there's a simple harmonic motion, so 6 divisions to the.
so divided into 6 thing. It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Okay. I've seen number of divisions over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to label it compared to there. This is it. You need to divide it into the same number of.
we can deal 1, 2, 3, 5.
I'm going to take the reference from the circle because it is a sigma the motion.
Or the forward.
We did deal 1, 2, 3. This one is 4, this one is 5, and this point is 6. I draw it a little bit away because the next thing I'm going to do is you need some space. So previous thing of you're doing, we need to join the line for extension. So the previous case, because it was a 9, so what we are doing, we drawing from the center point to 1 and extend it. Center point to 4 extended, center point to 3. But here we don't need to leave. Because we need 2 points to make a ray. This time what we are going to do, we are going to tangent on the offset circle, passing through the point. How? Like this.
Take to the offset circle and passing through the point 1. Tangent to the offset circle and passing through the point 2.
Tangent to the offset circle, passing through the forehead base. Tangent to the offset circle, passing through the point 4. Tangent to the offset circle, passing through the point 5. Tangent to the offset circle, second point 6. And this is where the student get too crazy. They sometimes start this line, they use this line. This is the second case, offset. We have offset, so the expansion of the line, the topic different, and the case 1. Okay. Then we need to go over there. On the other side, the line is same as before. So 0 is 0, and then we extend this 1,
2, so it will become 1 prime, 4 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime, half prime, and then this end go to
6.
the 6 prime.
Okay. You could look at this curve. Could look like something like this. Initially this, and then suddenly steep. Because this is the simple topic. So depending upon the condition given to you, you need to decide. The other one was, yeah, uniform velocity. In that case, you join the point of first. All right. Once you get those points, all we need is to transfer the reference point from there to on the other side. Let's do it. So go to the 0 and the 0, so the host point is there. The second one is 1 and 1 prime. So you put 1 and 1 prime on this extended line. Remember, this line is different in orientation than this blue line. Okay? You go to the point 2, open the compass, come to the point 2, mark it like this. All right? Go to point 3, open the compass, come over here. You have to do it very, very fast. 4 prime. You have to label it there, and if you leave to label it later on, you get confused. 5 to the 5, the 6 prime. So you don't need, you need to understand it very clear. This black color line for the case 2, this. How do you know? This is because it's in the exam and the assessment, it's not written case 1, case 2, something like this. You need to see this word eccentricity or offset up in the line of this. Earlier on, the polar was in the same line. Now this is completely upon. Setable? Alright, so we done this first by A. Then we need to extend the polar points. So let's just extend the polar points. Because this is dual, so this is also the point 6. We need to extend it again. Because of the lack of practice, the students sometimes extend this part. The first part is okay, but the second part is not. Okay? You need to be very careful. So again, what you need to do, say it to this point, or see to this. So here, this is also 6. You must draw it properly. You must have it the labeling over here. Okay. This means that this polygon is also the 6 prime. It means digit is, and this point is also 6. From here to here, the radius has attained. Then we go to the downward side for a simple upward motion. Even if you draw irregular spaces, because you're taking the reference outside the space of these lines. But in the uniform velocity, because you depend from point 1 to point last, they all should be equidistant. That's basic geometry. Okay. So this diagram, displacement diagram, all the time and most of the time, I'll give you this printout just like the one I gave you yesterday or in the last class and this. Maybe the length is not exactly 35, but we just take the reference of it because we need to take the, okay, now we need to come over here. First, you need to do the division. It's entirely up to you if you want to divide all of them and then go to the displacement diagram, or if you want to go step by step. It's up to you. So here also, let's divide it into 6 parts. Because we already have this one is also simple harmonic motions. We already divided the circle in 6. It could go to any other value like 8, 10, something. Then we have to redivide the circle. We have to do something again. So just to use the same reference, divide can do division was 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 11, and the that is. Okay. You need to extend the lines again. Tangent to the offset to offset to the division point. And the side of or tangent to the offset circle, offset to the arc. And then we have to do the point 7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From here to here is 5 with it. ID, we need to take the restances on this side. Okay. Now the numbers are a little bit different because you can see this point 6 is 6. Then you need to take the 5, extend it further to 7, or extend it further to 8. This extended further. So the numbers you need to see is numbered properly or they are going to be. To the this one with an apple. So this one is yours 7 prime, 8 prime, 9 prime, 10 prime, 11 prime, 12 prime, and 12. That's so you can see that this is the same since we're on body motion. And you can see it's small like okay, understandable. Okay. So you can see the difference is now we need to do taking the pump again over here. That's not a big deal anymore because we are doing it. We have already done it few times. We are doing it. The 6 is already marked. 7, 9. You go over there. 8 prime. This one is 9 prime. 10 prime. 11 prime at same point as yeah. Almost everything is done. All we need is to join all the points. So together can provide what we are going to do. We are going to join all the points together. So this is the record which will follow this situation. Understand? Can you do?